Hello, thank you for tuning in to the Offset Katie Sassine show. As always, I'm your host, Katie Sassine, discussing the indoctrination of the nation. Now, you might be able to tell that I'm feeling a little bit under the weather right now. I also have this iPhone light in my face since I'm not in the studio. That's actually helping me stay awake because I do get a little bit under the weather when I travel. So if you're tuning in, thank you so much. Good to see you all. I'm sorry if my voice sounds a little bit nasally and whiny. It's because of the traveling. I think it's gotten me a little bit under the weather. So I'm going to have to take care of that, especially before we get back to regular shooting in beautiful LJ, Georgia. Now, I'm out in San Diego right now, visiting friends, having a great time. It's really lovely out here, just trying to lay low in the blue state, you know, stay a little bit undercover. I have discussed politics with a couple people, but I've had to be a little bit careful because it's not like when I'm back home now. I'll have to see some reactions maybe later today for it, but I don't know if that'd be much of a vacation, especially with what's been going on recently in the news, which we'll get to shortly here. But I would like to share a few pictures that I've taken here in San Diego with y'all. I have a picture of myself on Coronado Island in San Diego. And you can't see, but on the very top of the tallest tower there, you might see the flag. It's blurry in the background, but there's the American flag waving. This is a very historic, well-known hotel. Presidents have stayed here. It's the place to go to. It's also known to be very haunted. So I'd love to go there and go ghost hunting sometimes. Another thing that I have to lay low about California. So FYNTV in San Diego, the smart way. Now, enough of the jokes. I do have another picture for you baseball fans of the Padres Stadium. So here's a picture at the Padres Stadium. You see some people relaxing out in the little courtyard in front of there. It's very nice. Every day I've been here, it's been beautiful weather like this. And I got one more picture to show you. This just shows how lush San Diego is from the top of a bridge. That is outside of Balboa Park in San Diego. That's where the Museum of Man is located. It's a very interesting museum. I've discussed the Museum of Man many times in the show, in the Katie Sassine show. And we discussed it when we were discussing Robo Sapiens, because in the Museum of Man here in Balboa Park, right here is a bridge that's past the park. But if you walk back over the bridge and back into the park, you get into the Museum of Man. And they always have a special exhibit going on right now. Right now, the special exhibit's cannibalism. When I was there, it was torture. They had all kinds of, their version of the deadly chairs and whatnot, and even more things that I probably shouldn't say on radio. You can imagine. So the special exhibit right now is cannibalism. So anyway, this is outside of Balboa Park. This is where the Museum of Man is located, just over the bridge here. If I were to walk back while taking this picture, and at the Museum of Man, it says the next species of Homo sapien is Robo sapien. So we discussed that on the show several times because that is pertinent information to the indoctrination of the nation being combined with a robot human hybrid, the Robo sapien, which the Museum of Man in San Diego, California, right here, about 10 minutes away from where I am right now, says is the next species, Robo sapiens. So we'll just have to see about that. Also passed some very interesting murals. We had discussed, the murals at the Denver International Airport, the DIA. I also passed some interesting mind-looking murals when I arrived into San Diego. So FYI, and we can look all those up on Google. We'll be able to get the highest def, of course, through there. And none of this stuff is hidden. It's all out there. It's all out there for us to see. It's just a matter of if we're going to go and look it up and check it out and ask ourselves, what in the world is this? So it's just the simple action of asking yourself and just wondering why and what, and asking yourself. So in recent news, Clinton crawls back into the light. So Clinton has been in some kind of seclusion and hiding since the loss of the presidential election. She's still coming out making public statements about why and how she thinks she lost the presidential election. And so she's back, and she's back with a super PAC. She's back with a new avenue, a new venture, a new way for her to make some money. And that is starting this super PAC that touts unity, the classic Hillary Clinton way, touts unity. It's called Onward Together. So that's been a common theme with Hillary Clinton, is unity, and we're all together, and we're all equal, and we all are, you know, under this one world system of government, and every citizen of the world should be treated equally. There's absolutely no regard for culture in that sense, and that left perspective that Hillary Clinton leads and that Barack Obama leads. Now, what surprises me is that I guess she's not joining forces directly with Michelle Obama and Barack Obama in Organizing for Action, the OFA. And there's a nice picture of her. That's in this picture, Hillary Clinton's telling Barack Obama, I'm going to get this much funding and you're going to get this much. She's saying, I'm going to get this much funding. No, that's my meme for that. So, I mean, there they are conspirating about the OFA and the super PACs right there, talking about how much funds they're going to get and how heavy all the cash is going to be that they're going to have to try to hide in their pockets. No. So, you know, this is a way of them joining forces. So I want to ask myself, you know, why isn't she working with Barack Obama? She is. This is how they're going to stay connected and work together and still work for the same goal, is they're both going to have, and now they both have, these huge organizations that are going to take in large sums of money in a legitimate way to put forth the left agenda, to put forth the Soros agenda that both of them have been bought out by. And who is Soros under? Soros is under the Rothschilds, the central system of banking. They have all the money and they can pull all the strings so long as the people are willing to blindly submit. Now, the problem is with these organizations is, just like the left agenda and just like the liberal agenda, it touts unity. It touts institutionalism and peace through institutionalism. It touts basically peace, freedom, equality, things that seem great and things that really are great. And, you know, in and of themselves, they are, you know, wonderful, wonderful ideas and principles to have as a nation. But the way in which they are supposed to be applied through the left agenda leads to an oppressive regime. The system of intolerance, or tolerance, actually, I'm sorry, the belief in tolerance by the left agenda runs so deep that it allows for the development of intolerance. By saying that we put up with everyone, we are tolerant of everyone, no matter what they believe, no matter who they pray to, no matter what that religion tells them to do, be it good or evil, that allows for intolerance in a society. Prime example. We have the Syrian civil war. We have a 99% population of Muslim people that must be displaced throughout the world as refugees. Countries in Europe, certain countries in Europe accept them with open arms and reap havoc. They allow these people into their borders with open arms, and the countries reap havoc for this ferocity, touted by the left agenda as the way it's supposed to be. So this is the issue with unlimited tolerance, is we allow for anyone to come into your borders, like Syrian refugees that are majority speaking normal people. They have no ill intentions, no bad intentions, no terrorist intentions. These are normal people. But because we're dealing with a country with 98% Muslim population that has been influenced by ISIS, these supposed Islamic State, that's not a state, more like Daesh, And some of these people have been brainwashed. They are willing to lie, to sneak into countries. So because we're so tolerant of everyone under the left agenda, because the EU is so tolerant of everyone, because they believe in these great principles of equality and, you know, loving everyone in unity, they disregard, they totally and utterly turn a blind eye to the fact that they are undoubtedly letting in people into their country that will wreak havoc, that will attack people, innocent French people, innocent Europeans, just for the sake of their terroristic agenda. Now, before you cut and screw what I just said, wait, because I'm not saying that everyone is a terrorist. In fact, I'm saying quite the opposite. I'm saying the opposite. They're few and they're far and in between, whatever you want to call it. But if we're picking from a population that's 99% Muslim, that has been split apart by terrorist groups, be it pro-Assad or pro-ISIS, or what if they're one and the same, who knows? You don't just let them into your country with open arms, a Christian population. So, anyway, we got a break for commercials. We'll be right back with you on the Katie Sassine Show, and we're going to be talking about Onward together.
Switch and save at Schottenkirk Ford. Find quality pre-owned trucks under $20,000 and not just Fords. We have all the best makes and models. Shop the best selection of certified pre-owned Fords in the area. Switch today and shop our network of over 500 pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. We'll even deliver it to you. Plus, every vehicle sold comes with Schottenkirk Customer Care, which offers you extra protection for no extra charge. Make the switch to Schottenkirk Ford in Jasper. Online at SchottenkirkFordJasper.com.
El Rey and Ellijay.
El Rey Mexican Restaurant.
Family owned and operated and a local favorite for families, parties, and meetings.
Great prices.
Friendly service and delicious Mexican cuisine.
Patio dining available.
Come sing in Carlos's Cantina every Friday 9 to 1.
Eat in or take away.
Same location for 14 years. Open 7 days at the corner of Maddox Drive and 515. North Georgia's favorite Mexican cuisine. El Rey and Ellijay.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in Ellijay, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on-site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
what you gonna do with all that junk?
Welcome back to the Katie Sistine Show, and please give our sponsors a visit sometime when you have the chance. I know I see El Rey every time I pass the studio, and I always think to go, and I'll just have to try to get up there and sing a couple tunes sometime. I saw that, I think Friday night they do the singing, so I'll have to make it out there with BKP and Sam for that, and see if we can take the El Rey crowd by storm with some FYN tunes that we've got coming up for y'all in just a few moments. Stay tuned with us. But we might be working on an FYN tune here. We'll see. Something might be brewing in the witch kitchen. Speaking of, there's currently and reportedly a witch hunt going on for President Donald J. Trump. Well, he has touted it as a witch hunt. And many have criticized him for saying that, because it wasn't too long ago when the witch hunt was on Hillary Clinton. And as far as I knew, it still was, but it just got shifted to Donald J. Trump. So maybe that's the whole game plan. Anyway, I would like to put Hillary Clinton in the spotlight today. And because Clinton has crawled back out into the light. She's looking up at the light and she's back. And she's just starting to open her eyes wide again, wake up. And she's doing that with her new organization, Onward Together, a super PAC. It's a way for Hillary Clinton to make some money. And it's also a way for her to make a dent in the Trump resistance movement and try to help that cause or whatever it's supposed to be in some kind of way. Let's check out the video by Fox, where they talked about Onward Together.
And Hillary Clinton jumping back into the political fray, launching a new anti-Trump group called Onward Together. You probably heard about this. She reportedly plans to connect progressive-minded groups with big money donors in what may be the first step in her political comeback. Could it be? Let's bring in Rachel Campos Duffy, Fox News contributor, and Monique Presley, attorney and Democrat commentator. So thank you very much for being here, ladies. We want to dig into that roughly 45-minute Q&A that Hillary Clinton gave this week at that Women for Women International event. After listening to some of the things she said, many are wondering if she has maybe another political office run in her. Fair enough to say, Monique, is she isn't going away quietly.
Well, I don't think she has to go away at all. I'm hoping that anyone who has as much to contribute as the Secretary Clinton wouldn't just disappear because they lost an election. Those close to her say that she is not considering another run for political office, but I'm sure that, like anything else, could change. It's way too early to tell.
Rachel, by bringing up the FBI director's decision to disclose that information about the email investigation, she's still trying to give herself some cover there in that talk that she gave. Usually when a candidate loses, they seem to fade away a little, but that's not going to be the case here.
Hello, welcome back. I was just thinking, this chair is so comfortable. I just want to take it back to the FYN studio because we are getting a new chair from Easy Office Supply, located in Marietta, Georgia. Easy Office Supply, Atlanta source office furniture. We are going to get some chairs from them. They have supplied FYM with some lovely chairs, so we'll get them shortly after we get back. This chair is amazing. So our chair in the studio right now is just the squeak machine. So we're looking for some new ones right now. We're going to go to Easy Office Source, EOS, Atlanta and Marietta, Georgia. So Clinton crawls back into the light with Onward Together. They're wondering if this is going to be a political comeback. It's in order to connect progressive-minded groups. and people with big money, with big checks. So seems like a good plan, right? Just like any other super PAC, you know, connecting the grassroots organizations with the big donors at the top. What I have, my thoughts on this is, why is everybody talking about Hillary Clinton going away? First of all, you cannot have a superhero without a supervillain. And if Hillary Clinton goes away, how will we be able to define our superheroes without our supervillain? So she's here to stay. We've got to have every hero needs a nemesis. She's not going anywhere. Even nemeses and nemesi and villains need their place in society. Okay, so we can't, you know, let's not be mean here, people, and let's let her have her place. She can stay nemesis, and then we'll keep our heroes where they need to be. Okay, that's just my way of saying that Hillary Clinton is not going anywhere, and why would she? Okay, let's just take that off the table, people. So Hillary Clinton Super PAC Onward Together, the object, resist, persist, enlist. Okay, enlist, ... I'm supposing that she would like to have her people as soldiers. Maybe if you are a member, you are enlisting yourself like a soldier, and you are promising to fight for a cause, which is the resistance and the persistence and the enlistance. No, but you're supposed to enlist. So resist, persist, enlist. That's definitely giving me the idea that this is some kind of fight, you know, that you are a soldier in this fight. Now, this is reminding me of the OFA. It has an army of, last time I checked, it was 40,000 some people. So I'm guessing this is going to be the same kind of deal. And they're building up defenses through offenses. And maybe they're really building up an army, just like the OFA. So maybe they're really going to get an army here. Wow, when I first saw that slogan, I didn't even think about the enlist part, but that's the biggest thing about it right now. Okay, so another part of their slogan is encourage people to get involved, organize, and run for office. So in addition to the hinting at defenses with enlist, we know that they want their people, their members, to run for office, to represent what they stand for. Okay, that makes sense. Now, what are the organizations that they back? Who are the people that they will be empowering? Well, of course they will, just like any other job right now. We're going to speak to Jeffrey from Why Women, his company Why Women, just the letter Y Women. It's a company that teaches, you know, very popular corporations and businesses how to hire based on diversity. So that's you know, similar to the groups that the OFA promotes, and this is no connection, but it's just making a connection between something that we're going to be discussing later this week with Jeffrey Tobias of Why Women, the CEO. So what he does is he talks to companies about the importance of hiring people that reflect the actual demographics of the nation. So that includes hiring more women, more people of color, more minorities. And, you know, if those are overlapping, then, you know, then both together, of course. So what's big right now is more women and minorities and millennials. So this super PAC, it looks like it highlights those people so long as they are on the left side of the political spectrum, which is the problematic area, is that these are partisan organizations, and that's what I have an issue with, is they're not just empowering Black Americans, they're not just empowering minorities, they're not just empowering women. It becomes a partisan issue. It's not like Jeffrey's Why Women organization, because that is not a partisan-based organization. Now, this is a country, the First Amendment, with the First Amendment that makes it so great, freedom of expression, freedom of beliefs, that includes political parties. But yet the left acts like that's non-existent if you're not part of the left. It's crazy. So backing organizations Onward Together backs Color of Change, an organization dedicated to improving the lives of Black Americans. Invisible Guide, so there's Color of Change, Invisible Guide mission statement to resist the Trump agenda. Taking partisan sides, obviously, says, however, Indivisible Guide says that they will not take money from Onward Together. So I suppose they do not want to associate themselves directly with Hillary Clinton, as she was the contender against Trump. So this Trump resistance group does not want to be directly funded by Hillary Clinton's organization. Now, there's also Run for Something, and that's a site used to recruit young progressives to run for government. So there we see more partisan separation. And then Swing Left. This is obviously a partisan group. It's in their name. Mobilizing effort to give Democrats control of Congress. So we clearly see that Hillary Clinton wants to empower a certain type of people, and that is liberals. So you may be fooled, but the diverse selection of groups that it backs, of course, it uses Color of Change so it can appear to have a philanthropic goal to actually help minorities. And, oh, hold on. What's going to happen with the squeaky machine? Yeah, we're going to label that chair so we know. So we know when you're sitting in the squeaky machine chair, because that is no joke, the squeaking machine. Anyway, so it's very clear that these organizations, the Organizing for Action, and now Onward Together with Hillary Clinton, have very clear goals, people, and that is to empower the left. Now you have to ask yourself, why do they keep forcing the left agenda on us? And should I side with them? Are they right? Well, let's put it this way. If marketing throws something in your face, odds are it's bad for you. What kind of food commercials do you see on TV? Well, probably Doritos, Taco Bell, Wendy's. These aren't foods that are good for you. These aren't foods. This isn't something you're putting in your body to feel good about yourself. It's something you put in your body because it tastes good, and also people are telling you to eat it. So you think these fast food places will be anywhere without their marketing? If you do, you're wrong, because the marketing makes the brand. Coca-Cola is the most common word said in the English language, or in the whole world, behind the word okay, because marketing is amazing. And I do drink Coca-Cola, in case anyone's wondering. I love Coca-Cola. I'll never drink Pepsi. Red Bull gives you wings. Anyway, so there was an opinion piece in The Guardian. I'm not sure what we're doing on time. Okay, we've got a few minutes left to talk here. So there was an opinion piece in The Guardian. Rob Hunter said, we do not need Clinton to go onward together. Fight Trump in other ways. So went on to say Hillary Clinton's organization, Onward Together, will not represent popular discontent. We need to make ourselves heard in the streets, not to give money to the Democratic Party. So by Hillary Clinton putting herself as the opposition force against President Donald J. Trump, she is essentially raising herself. She's putting herself on a platform that opposes Trump on an equal level, when in fact she lost the presidential race against Trump, and she is not on that opposing level right now. On Trump's opposing level, if we have to put him there and say that he has an opposing level, we're looking at Vladimir Putin. We're looking at President Xi of China. You know, we're looking at even though I wouldn't put him on a pedestal, but we're looking at Kim Jong-un. So Trump's opponents are no longer Hillary Clinton and never was President Barack H. Obama. So his opponents are now on the international scale because he is the president of the most powerful country in the world, the United States. And that's who he is right now. And people are still reluctant to accept this, people within his own country, people who need to support him for the sake of their own security. So I beg of you, especially if you're a young person, remember that you are supporting your country, making your country a stronger place by supporting your commander-in-chief and the president of the United States. So I want to point out a specific quote before we have to go. In the opinion piece from The Guardian by Rob Hunter, it said, in 2016, Clinton's campaign rhetoric ceaselessly invoked themes of unity and traded on the idea that widespread agreement on the issues at stake was both necessary and possible. Now, it's clear that her campaign rhetoric invoked themes of unity. This was something that I discussed. These themes of unity are not compatible with the realist way of looking at the world that asserts security and the essential, well, that security is essential. And unity ignores that. Unity overrides security with unity. So I am for unity so long as I have my security, because without my security, I have no unity to secure and to help flourish. So this is philosophical stuff, you guys. This is philosophical stuff. I'm not saying that this is not toe deep. This is deep stuff. So bear with me. The article went on to say, and this is where it gets a little twisted. She insisted on attempting to woo Republican voters by characterizing Trump as a unique danger. And this is where the writer gets just out there, people. And this is just, you have to be aware that there are writers out there that have these twisted perspectives that I don't even know how they got here, trust me, because they didn't get here by studying political science. He said, she insisted on attempting to woo Republican voters by characterizing Trump as a unique character, but authoritarianism, racism, and xenophobic nationalism are all tightly braided into American political history. Trump did not conjure them into being by himself. So we have this guy saying essentially that our country is authoritarian, racist, xenophobic, nationalist. This is terrible. This guy's just undermined Trump and Hillary. This guy, Rob Hunter, he is a total anarchist. He just wants total overthrow of the whole government. That's what it sounds like to me. You have to watch out for these writers. You never know where they're coming from. And I don't know if this guy's ever studied political science, but that is scary. Like someone that's that anti-American and is that out there, and he's a writer for The Guardian, that's scary. So watch out for this stuff, people. Anyway, we got to go. I want to thank you so much for tuning into the Katie Sassine Show. We are over the time. I want to say bye from beautiful San Diego. Sam, if we can show a picture, one of the pictures from San Diego, just say goodbye to everyone with. If Sam's, are you still awake over there? Yay. Okay, thank you, Sam. That's the Padres Stadium picture. We went over on time. I miss you all. Look forward to being back in beautiful Blue Ridge from lovely San Diego. So, mwah. Thank you so much for tuning into the Katie Sassine Show. We'll see you on Fun Day Monday. Have a great weekend.